we're really proud of that work. Downstairs on the 9th floor is Career Services, where I am. Career Services, youth, and we also have advocacy and policy is there as well, in all of our operations, fiscal, etc. But something very important about the Career Center that I want to share with you, because we are in partnership tonight with Next Philadelphia, which we're excited about because we don't do this. So this is the first of many to happen. Because in Career Services, I am the interim director of Career Services. While they identify a new one, you say, Kim, well, why don't you want to do it? I have a day job. I am the CEO of Reed Development Group, and we specialize in diversity and inclusion strategy and training and development. And also I'm a professional speaker, as you may see. You know, it's a great opportunity for me to be able to do some work in a movement where I believe in and so passionate about. I used to be the president of Next Philadelphia for 2 terms. Yeah, so 2 terms is what, 8 years? Yes, 7 years. No, 4 years. 4 years? I felt like 8, but 4 years. No, I loved it. So for 4 years, I was the president of Next Philadelphia. So, you know, once an urban leaguer, always a urban leaguer. So that's why I'm here. So for Career Services, one of the things I just wanted you all to know before I then pass the baton, and you come, because you didn't come here to hear me, you came to hear about the power of LinkedIn. But I wanted to share about Career Services, is that Career Services, these are the types of sessions that we provide. A lot of times people have, we have this reputation, a good reputation, but yet a reputation that we only service a certain demographic in our community. And that's so far from the truth. We service everyone, and we want to service more young professionals like all of you. And so one of the ways for us to kick off to do that is to have these types of events that meet your developmental needs and wherever you are in your careers. Some of you are already well into your career and soaring, and we want to continue to help support that and to support you to continue to soar. So, you know, this is going to be, as I mentioned, the first of many. And we would like you to, at some point, come visit us in the Career Services Center. If you are looking for a new job, if you are looking to just develop in your job, Ken is not only tonight's presenter, but he owns a diversity staffing firm. And so he is also very well versed in leadership development, career coaching, and can help you get on the path. Because we all know, some of us who work in corporate, and we know it's great to get there, but you got to survive. And so we want to make sure that we are meeting you where you stand with the tools, the wisdom, and the insight to not only help you get the career and thrive in your business or your job, but also how to stay there. So, you know, just stay tuned and keep your eye open for more events like this, and come see us in the Career Center. We're doing a lot of great things going forward in the month of September. At the annual meeting, you're going to hear a lot more. You're going to hear a lot more from us. So we encourage you to participate in the annual meeting, and you'll get a lot more. I didn't have any coffee today. Don't hold that against me. Well, you're going to get so much more information. So once again, I'm Kimberly Reed, and thank you. Welcome. And we're so happy that Next decided to partner with us. So you're going to hear from your fearless leader number 2, your vice president, because you know what, your name is spelled T-O. Do people call you Thomas? Yeah, see, but Thomas. So you're going to hear, and one of my favorites, Thomas, about tonight's partnership. And then the next voice you'll hear is I'm going to introduce Ken, and we're going to get started and dive into LinkedIn. And then some of you that are going to stay and get your professional headshot taken, you should do that. Because remember, your network is your net worth. Right? Some of you may have heard me say that already, so I didn't mean to sound lame, but that's critical in your career. So, Thomas.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, I should say. I think it's like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Thomas Varela, serve as Vice President of Next Philadelphia. So if you're not aware, Next Philadelphia, we are a volunteer arm of the Urban League of Philadelphia. So what you'll know is that with the Urban League, you have 2 volunteer arms. You have the Next Philadelphia, which targets primarily the young professionals, and then you have the Guild that targets the more senior professionals. So our role is twofold. One, to support the Urban League, so events like this where we can connect young professionals to opportunities to serve and support the Urban League. But then we also have professional development events, so opportunities like this as well in terms of understanding LinkedIn and how to market yourself professionally, entrepreneurship, and other workshops to kind of cater to the young professionals. So throughout the year, we will have events once a month. Typically, our general body meetings are the third Wednesday of the month, typically at 6 p.m. So if you did not get a chance, you'll want to speak to Ms. Catherine Jordan, who's our membership co-chair, who will be able to put you on a list to keep you up to date on upcoming events and activities that we host. One of the things that's important to know with the Urban League of Philadelphia, and Next Philadelphia specifically, is that we are one of 60 different young professional chapters. So throughout the country, you have young professionals in DC, in Boston, in Houston, in Dallas, in Seattle, who are doing similar events like this today. So one of the things that makes the Urban League, one of the things that makes the Urban League and very unique is the fact that you could be someone who lives in one city and then gravitate to another city. So I'll give you an example. When I first learned about the Urban League, I was in Northern Virginia. So I was in grad school in DC, moved to Boston. I was able to then join the Boston chapter of Young Professionals. And then when I moved here for work, I was able to connect with the Philly chapter. So that's one of the things that makes the Young Professional Network very important, is that you have a home, whether you're here born and raised in Philly or if you're a transplant. So we'll definitely have opportunity to engage with you all later on. I want to quickly have my executive board quickly raise their hands so we can point them out. So I have Ray serves as our fundraising chair. Jason, who's holding the iPad, serves as our community service co-chair. And as I mentioned, you have Catherine Jordan, who serves as our membership co-chair. So definitely are excited for you all this evening. And without further ado, I'll pass it back to Ms. Reed.
All right, Miss Reed, that's my mama. I'm Kim.
I'm trying to be polite.
I know you were, but it also makes me feel old, and I have a birthday coming up on Monday, so I'm already dealing with denial issues about turning a year older. Okay, but I try to use my face cream, ladies. Now you know what I'm talking about.
Should we be saying happy birthday to you right
No,
now?
it's next Monday. It's the 5th.
Okay, so you got to
You got the, yeah, so get your voice ready, Ken, because I want it next week. This is, thank you so much, Thomas, for that. Join Next. If you guys are not a member, join. I'm telling you, it changed my life, really. And I say changed my life because from the networking perspective, the conference, the energy of the conferences, the people, the leadership development, it is amazing. So if you become a member, get active, join a committee. I started off as the chair of professional development. Who knew I would become president, and for 2 terms? So, so you just want to make sure that you get involved, because that's the only way you're going to change. You're going to change and increase your network. So without further ado, speaking of network, I'm going to introduce my friend and colleague, Ken Johnson. So Ken Johnson is the president of East Coast Executives. They specialize in diversity, recruitment, and a multitude of areas to help companies to ensure that they are increasing their representation and retaining women and people of color. So tonight you have an honoree of the Black Enterprise Modern, I got to make sure I got it right.
Good.
All right, Modern Man, top 100 Modern Men nationally, not Philadelphia.
Globally.
National. Right. So we got, this is global. We're doing big things here, right? So Ken, I love his knowledge base. I love what he's done. He's been doing this a long time. He is here at the Urban League as a diversity consultant and career coach, so you all need to sign up with Ken for sure to help you take your career to the next level. And tonight, he's going to talk about the power of LinkedIn. The reason why we chose this is because, all of us as professionals, we have great bios, resumes, etc. But one thing we don't do well is LinkedIn. So we've got an expert tonight that's going to help you take your LinkedIn profile to the next level. So without further ado, Mr. Kenneth Johnson.
So y'all actually know Ken because y'all are affiliated with Next. So I would take it you guys know Ken. I was thinking about this as I was driving up here. This was actually just a workshop. And then I give the information to Ken. Ken says, Ken, we're going to do this workshop. I need you to send me some information. So we actually did the workshop at Florida International University for a group called Altigama. We do some luxury retail recruiting, and Altigama basically is a conglomerate of luxury retailers. Tiffany, Gucci, Ferragamo, you name it, they're all part of Altigama. So we went to FIU, we did this LinkedIn workshop. So I sent that information to Kim. I said, no, I just turned this into Philly, you know, just change the address, change the location, and we're good. It comes back as a power session. I'm like, hold on, this is just a workshop, but Kim turned it into a power session, but that's the voice of Kimberly Reed right there. So I really appreciate everybody coming out today. For those of you that weren't here, I was explaining to everybody, it was kind of hard for me to leave home today. I was in Harlem, and it's Harlem Week, which really is Harlem Month, and I was having a good time this afternoon. I was out having lunch, and I'm like, no, I need to get to Philly. And it looked like it was going to rain, and I said, if people don't show, I'm going to lose my mind out here because I really didn't want to come. But I'm here, as Kim had mentioned, at the Urban League of Philadelphia 2 days a week, Monday and Wednesday, and I do diversity staffing consultancy for them at the Urban League. And Roshan, who should be coming through the back here in a minute, is she works with us as a coordinator in career services, wears many hats. Carla Baptiste is the other member of the career services team here at the Urban League of Philadelphia. And if you guys ever get a chance to come out, it'd be greatly appreciated. Ro, you with me?
Yeah, she's coming. We wanted to make sure, I'm going to bring up 2 pitchers of water so you all, get thirsty right here.
Yeah, so we'll get started. So again, Kim introduced me. My name is Kenneth Johnson, president of East Coast Executives. We're an executive search and employment services firm located in, what I always want to say located in Harlem, New York, but we moved to Madison Avenue a little further down to the Flatiron area. But in September 3rd, we're moving back uptown to Harlem, so we're really excited about that. And that September 3rd will be our business anniversary as well. I'm the diversity staffing consultant here at ULP at a time, and I think still, the #1 recognized diversity recruiter by Google search engines, and as Kevin mentioned, 2016 Black Enterprise Magazine Modern Man honoree. So that's been a huge thing for us. We can go to the next slide, Ro. So the purpose of attending this workshop, really what this all is all about is leveraging your LinkedIn profile. It's really simple. It's not rocket science, but it takes work just like anything else. We did this at FIU. We did it at the Schaumburg Tuesday in Harlem, and we did a LinkedIn session, and everybody had so many questions. So at the end, I was telling Tia, who works with me out of my office, I was like, listen, we're just going to have to break the slides down because the Q&A was probably better than the presentation. People just had some out-of-the-box questions. So please feel free to put your hand up, ask me a question on the spot, or at the end we can do Q&A. It doesn't matter. It's not that big for me. I just like to share the information. So if you have a question and you want to get it out on the spot, let's do it. All right? So the purpose of this is to establish yourself as an SME, and also position your brand for success and influence. And in 2016, I really believe we all should start operating as a business of one. You know, everybody works for someone, I guess, at some level, but really you're a business of one. You're contracting your talents out to other people at all levels. Is there anybody here that actually is a consultant? Are there any consultants here? Okay.
Yeah, I do consulting.
You do consultant work? Yeah. So people understand, you're your own business. And the purpose of LinkedIn, a lot of people looked at it originally kind of as a workplace Facebook on a certain level. But then I think it started transitioning, and a lot of recruiters were hanging out there, and a lot of people started sharing career information, and then they created a portal where they were posting jobs, and people started using it for that. And as a recruiter, especially as a diversity recruiter, I'm from an era when we didn't have a tool like LinkedIn to recruit, so we kind of worked our network. I remember many years ago, I came out to one of the next meetings. Actually, they were Urban League Young Professionals at the time, I believe. Ken might be able to correct me on that.
Yeah.
But I came out, was that it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I was like looking around like, where'd that voice come from? But you went to things like that, you know, any type of event for us that kind of spoke to diversity and spoke to diverse individuals, we would just show up and kind of introduce ourselves and hopefully get an opportunity to get on the agenda and share a little bit about what we do at East Coast Executives. So LinkedIn kind of allows us to do that virtually, and it's been an unbelievable tool for us. in the sense that it allows us to identify people across the world that we typically wouldn't meet, kind of just walking around and doing what we do. But also, it gives people the opportunity to kind of look at us and see what we do. So each day, I mean, we get a lot of connections each day just from people reaching out saying, hey, I saw some information about you and I wanted to just reach out and connect. So that's what it's all about, generating more business and or career interests, right? So,
Before you go, what's the best Sunday?
oh, good question, right? So, 10,000 hours or 20 hours, how long does it really take to become a subject matter expert? Man, I queued you up, that was beautiful. Yeah, that's a great question. So, a subject matter expert, basically you want to position yourself on LinkedIn in a way that people identify you with what your brand is. It's branding, you know, at the end of the day. You're becoming a subject matter expert. You're letting people know that you're top class in what it is that you do every day at your work, at your job. You can go to the next slide. So, what you want to do, you want to leverage LinkedIn to show that you're a subject matter expert in your field. And typically how that works is you kind of work with your structure on LinkedIn, the structure of your profile. How many of you guys have LinkedIn profiles? Everybody? Beautiful. I'm going to get a lot of connections, I hope. And so as you structure it, you want to tell a story. Everybody is receptive to stories, especially recruiters. They want to kind of hear a little more about you. People think that LinkedIn is a place to put an electronic resume, and that's not really what it is at all. It's a place for you to kind of tell your career story, speak of your accomplishments and things of that nature. I really want you to look at yourself as a business of one. You know, when you're watching a company's commercial, they're pretty much telling you a story, and it's not a sterile list of position description functions. It's really just a story. But you want to approach LinkedIn with a strategy. What's your goal of being on LinkedIn? Is there anybody that kind of uses it for anything in particular?
I use it to generate leads for a lot of companies I'm trying to get in contact with at my job.
You're in the sales function?
Yes, as well as a lot of other things.
So what's your LinkedIn headline? What do you have? Like, what is it? What do you say?
I don't know. My LinkedIn has a lot of things.
Okay.
I work for a catering company,
Okay.
and then I'm also I'm getting an app developed, so I'm starting to kind of switch things over to that.
It's interesting. I remember when LinkedIn first started, people would say, can I have multiple profiles based on some of the things that they were doing, but they don't allow you to do that. So it's kind of, you're in a unique situation, but because I guess it would be hard for me to look at your profile, see caterer, app developer.
Right.
I probably would move on.
No, it doesn't have app developer in the tag yet. No.
So that would be a problem for me. But the strategy is to develop leads. Anybody else have any specific strategy that they've chosen to approach?
Just to generate, generate engage.
Okay, and you're right. Okay, great. All right, excellent. Do you have? I guess you have a blog or something as well.
Yes.
And there's probably a link to that blog. So you're using it the way it's supposed to be used. We'll go. So you should always have a strategy, right? Because you're trying to engage your audience by using LinkedIn, and it's a 24-hour active audience now. Anybody wake up in the morning and they have invites to connect? People are on there constantly throughout the evening, looking at your profile, reaching out to you. I think LinkedIn was really interesting. You can go to the tool in LinkedIn where you can see who's viewed your profile. And a lot of times you're wondering, man, I wonder why this person viewed my profile. But typically, they've kind of stumbled across your information, and apparently there was something there that was attractive to them. So if you're positioning yourself as a subject matter expert, you know exactly what it is that caused them to engage. Gotcha. So, all right, so I want to try to run through a lot of this. All right, so you're engaging your audience. We're going to the next one. So, who's your audience? These are the LinkedIn facts, right? You got 400 million members on LinkedIn, right? It's a lot of people. 400 million members, 107 million users are in the United States alone. Average number of connections is 930. Anybody know the amount of connections that they have or care to share? 800? So
1,700.
1,700. Yeah, so you're using it pretty well. I think, the average person has, I'm sorry?
I said 400.
Yeah, 4. You better start generating them leads.
Either they
No, I'm
stopped
just
it and
like,
then
no,
I
I'm
called
just
in.
I joke around a lot. This stuff is not, you know, people use this to get jobs, and that's a very serious thing, but I just think that you gotta have to look at things and have fun with it. Not too much fun with LinkedIn, but you have to have fun with it and use the tool to get where you're looking to go. So, 41% of millionaires use LinkedIn. A lot of people are using it for business. Again, I think initially people thought it was just gonna be a portal to kind of find jobs, and now I think today, LinkedIn has embraced like the gig economy, where consultants will be there and they'll be able to use that form of money to operate on LinkedIn, and I think that's gonna change the platform a lot. You know, there's a lot of things that are going on at LinkedIn that'll change the platform. So, this is what this presentation is all about today. You know, what's your profile missing? I look at profiles constantly. We actually do them at East Coast Executives, and typically it comes down to some of these things here. But we'll go through them all individually and just kind of, we'll go to, I guess, two profiles. One will be Giselle Medina. She's out of Miami. She actually works in luxury retail. And one will be my own. But we'll just show you points of emphasis on LinkedIn, and we'll just kind of see if you guys are using the tool in the ways that the two of us use the tool. Because I think she's had a lot of success in her approach, and I believe it's worked really well for me in the way we do business.
Quick question for you. Will we have access to this PowerPoint app beyond this?
Yeah.
Or should we be taking notes?
Now, if you email me, I'll get it to you. Yeah, I'll set it up in the Dropbox or on our website. All right? Yeah, sure, no problem. And my contact information will be on the last slide. All right? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to speak about a high-resolution image branding photo. Again, I do think eventually Jermaine will be here from Philly Connections. He'll be taking photographs of anybody that wants one. But Ro, go to Giselle's photo. It's the next slide, actually, I believe. So we're going to toggle back and forth. So this is Giselle Medina, right? As I mentioned, she's in luxury retail. I would never probably suggest that anyone take this picture, but for what she does and who she is, this is a perfect way for her to attract clients. Can you go to her profile for me, please? You'll have to click on the link. Come back.
Okay, no,
Other
going.
way. So now that we've seen the presentation.
There we go. There we go.
You can click on Giselle. I'd appreciate it. Yes, thank you. I'll let you open it. Oh, you probably have to log into your LinkedIn account. Remember we were speaking about that? Yeah, you're gonna have to log in. Okay. So anyway, Giselle, she works for BCBG, I believe, and she's in luxury retail, but she's decided to use LinkedIn to promote her brand and promote the things that she does at her particular location. So when Roshan brings,
Are we in yours even?
nah, we're not. We're going to go to yours. But I can log into mine real quick.
Let's sign in yours, because I can't remember my
So,
password.
go sign in.
I have mine on my phone, and I can't remember what my password is, because I hate that. It's on your phone, it's just on your phone, so then you go to what, you go, what's my password? There's some seats.